Hello, it's Angie from UK Money Wisdom. Well, here we are, and it's 2026. I've made 2 resolutions this year. The first is to prepare more home-cooked food and less processed food. The second resolution is to get a little more sleep after so many late nights over Christmas and New Year. And I've started my first resolution today, spending time in the kitchen preparing homemade spaghetti bolognese with meatballs for friends who are coming over for lunch tomorrow. It's a family recipe and always a favourite. It's tasty, nutritious, but so cheap to make, and it suits my budget really well. Do you know, I was thinking many of us spend a lot of our budget on food, so I thought I'd prepare a video of how I save tons of money on home-cooked, quick but nutritious meals. After all, this channel is about money wisdom, and I'm always happy to share my recipes. I'll carry on with this perhaps in my next video. If anyone is interested on how I've cut down on the food I purchase by shopping much more wisely and choosing where to shop. Lots of tips here. Okay, down to the real topic of this video today. You've probably been told that if you can afford it, you should defer your state pension because you get more later. But when you actually look at the numbers, many people are surprised by what more later really means. For some people, deferring works out really well. For others, it quietly costs them thousands. So today I'm going to explain deferring the new UK state pension calmly and clearly using verified 2025-26 figures, so you can decide without pressure or fear. 2 important points before we begin. First, we're talking about the new state pension, as I said, the one most people reaching state pension age now will receive. But if you're on the old basic state pension, the rules are slightly different and you should check those separately. Second point is that everything in this video uses the 2025-26 tax year only. And my videos are for general guidance only based on current UK tax rules and public statements. Again, as I say, for 2025-26. Let's move on to looking at what does deferring actually mean. Well, deferring your state pension means you do not claim it when you reach state pension age. You receive no state pension income during the deferral period. In return, your weekly pension increases when you eventually claim. And this is critical to understand. There is no lump sum option for the new state pension. That choice ended several years ago. You only receive a higher weekly payment later on. Deferring is not saving money, it's a trade-off. Now let's quickly look at the full new state pension for 2025-26. And as most of you know, it amounts to £230.25 per week. This figure is the baseline used throughout the video, and any increase from deferring is calculated from this amount. Let's also look at how deferring increases your pension. Under current rules, your state pension increases by 1% every 9 weeks you defer. That's equivalent to just under 5.8% for a full year. The exact figure can vary slightly depending on the precise number of weeks deferred, but just under 5.8% per year is the standard way this is explained. The increase is permanent, taxable, and only paid after you eventually claim. You receive nothing during the deferral period itself. And to make this easier to understand, let's look at 3 real-life examples. I like to use realistic situations, and as I said, all using 2025-26 figures. Do remember these are only examples, not advice, but they do show you how outcomes can differ. Okay, starting off with example 1, where you claim immediately. The weekly state pension, as we said, was £230.25. Annual income, £11,973. And this often suits people who want income now, people who value certainty, and people who may have health or energy concerns. And there is no penalty for claiming at state pension age. In example 2, we're looking at a situation where deferral is for 1 year. A typical deferral uplift, just under 5.8%. Extra weekly amount, about £13.35. The new weekly pension would be about £243.60. And the new annual pension would be about £12,667. And that's obviously ongoing for life. But during that year of deferral, you gave up £11,973 in pension income. And it typically takes well over a decade, often 17 years or more, to break even, depending on the exact number of weeks deferred. The exact uplift depends on the days or weeks deferred, but this is the standard illustration used because this is a classic same money, different outcome situation. One important thing to say while this table is on screen is deferring only works out if you live long enough after claiming, and none of us knows that. That's why deferring is a personal risk decision, not a guaranteed gain. In example 3, we're going to look at deferring while still working. You continue working and defer your state pension. Later, your pension is higher, but your earnings may already use up your personal allowance. This is very important to know. So part of that higher pension may be taxed. You need to weigh all this up very carefully because for some people, deferring here moves tax later rather than reducing it. Do drop a comment below if you are planning to claim straight away or if you're going to defer. I read them all and answer most. I want to look at some common myths next because there are many out there about deferring. Let's look at the main ones. Myth number 1, deferring always pays off. It doesn't. Longevity, income needs and health all matter and all need to be taken into account before any decision is made. Number 2, you shouldn't claim if you're still working. You can work and claim the state pension at the same time. Number 3 myth, the government will tell you what's best. I'm afraid to disillusion you, although I don't think I am. I think we all know well enough about these things because often the government don't. The decision is yours. But you don't have to work this out alone, so don't worry. There is free, official, non-commercial help and you can check everything yourself. And if you don't understand it, you know where I can be found. Let's look at this help, shall we? We have Money Helper. That's a free, impartial money and pension guidance organisation. Their telephone number is 0800 138 7777 and their website is here. Now, Money Helper explains pensions and retirement options in plain English and helps you understand the pros, cons and consequences before you decide anything. The official guidance on delaying or deferring your pension can be found here. And all contact options, phone or web chat, accessibility support can be found here. Let's look at PensionWise. PensionWise is also a Money Helper service for those aged 50 plus with defined contribution pensions. Their telephone number is 0800 138 3944. Website is here. PensionWise is delivered by, as I said, Money Helper and provides free guidance appointments for people aged 50 or over with a defined contribution private or workplace pension. It explains options, tax implications and risks. It does not sell products. And these are all free services to use. Book or read about PensionWise appointments here. And for your state pension, you can always turn to the Department for Work and Pensions, the DWP. Do use the right telephone line for the right job. So, to claim your state pension by phone, telephone 0800 731 7898 and the website is here. But to ask questions, check entitlement or get a forecast if you can't go online, you must ring Future Pension Centre, still part of the DWP, and their telephone number is 0800 731 0175 and their website is here. You can check it all out yourself on the official gov.uk online. Check your personal state pension forecast here. And check about general state pension rules and information here. I would recommend that before you make any decision, especially about claiming or deferring, use Money Helper. It's a free service. They explain the consequences calmly without selling anything. And I've also put together a free written PDF guide in the description below that explains everything we've covered today, step by step. And I'll be doing more of these PDFs in my videos so that you can download them from the video description, as I said, and read it in your own time or take it to an appointment if that helps. Because deferring the state pension isn't about being clever or cautious, it's about understanding the trade-offs and choosing what fits your life. So, knowledge first, and then the choosing becomes easier. Clarity beats fear every time, and knowledge is fundamental to clarity. I always say that information beats pressure. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and please share it with anyone else you care about who could use this information. All my videos are designed to help you save money, not miss out on money and not lose money. I always try to post clear, calm explainers like this several times every week. So now I must get back downstairs to finish off my spaghetti bolognese with meatballs. So I'll just wish you a very happy new year, and I'll see you all again soon. This is Angie, and we're on UK Money Wisdom. Bye for now.